you guys, welcome to your 10th week at Flash course. And during this week, we are going to discuss the topic of national stereotypes. And we will talk whether there is truth or there are myths about national stereotypes. And of course, in this lesson, we are going to cover some of the vocabulary that you will need throughout the week. Don't forget to participate in discussions with your group and with your tutor on this topic. The first phrase in this video is to cast doubt on. To cast doubt on something means to make something look uncertain or to make something look untrue. For example, his actions casted doubt on his righteousness. Another interesting word for you is conscientious. Conscientious person is a person who is putting a lot of effort into his or her work. Generally, a very conscious, a very dedicated person. A tribe is a group of people connected together that has its own distinctive ideas, traditions, ways of dressing, ways of behaving. To be insecure about something means to be full of fear or doubt about a certain topic or to feel not safe. For example, I feel insecure in this relationship. It means that probably my partner is beating me or is cheating on me and I don't feel safe. I feel fear. And generally, I would consider domestic violence outrageous. Outrageous is something that is not appropriate, that is unacceptable, that is extremely morally not right. The word dysfunctional means not behaving or working normally, generally not able to complete its tasks or purposes. For example, a dysfunctional family is a family that cannot complete the task of raising children and having a safe environment. Collocation various aspects means several different parts of a situation or a problem. Another frequently used collocation is a desperate need for. When you are in a desperate need for something, it means that you are needing or wanting something extremely a lot. For example, I am in a desperate need for love. I need love. I need to be loved and not to be alone. A phrasal verb to cope with means to deal with something successfully, to manage completing something or overcoming something successfully. For example, I can say, I'm sure you can cope with your essay. You have a great level of English. It means that I'm sure that you can manage writing that essay successfully, even if you think that it is a problem. The next word is pretty strange. The word is macabre. Macabre is something dark, something unpleasant, gloomy, because it is connected to death and violence. For example, you can say a macabre story of a great massacre. It is not pleasant. When something is conspicuous, it is very noticeable and attracting attention, especially in a way that is not wanted. Please do not confuse the word conspicuous with the word conspiracy because they kind of have opposite meanings. The phrasal verb conform to means to behave accordingly to the standards of behavior that are expected by a certain group of people. For example, she needed to conform to church rules in order to be a part of the church. To make generalizations is a collocation that you use to describe a statement that you make that applies to all the aspects of what you're talking about. So you talk in general. The verb to condition means to train or to make a person or animal act in a certain way or expect a certain thing without thinking about it unconsciously. Please do not confuse the verb to condition with a noun, a condition. A condition is a circumstance, and to condition is to make someone behave or expect something in a certain way. Offensive is something causing other people feel upset or angry because of being rude. For example, his words were offensive. He said that I am fat. To engender means to make someone have a certain feeling or to make something start to exist. Please do not confuse it with the word gender, which is a sex of the person, like female and male. To engender means to give birth to something. A phrase to take hold means to be established or to become stronger. For example, this new law took hold just last year. It became stronger and it was established. A collocation, a distorted picture, is a picture that you make in your brain, usually based on false or wrong facts and ideas. Not right and a little bit off. The phrase second-hand information describes the information that is given to you by the person who is not the origin of that information, who heard that information from someone else. That's why it's a second-hand information. Something typical of a nation is something showing all of the characteristics that you would usually expect from the members of a nation. The phrase tend to be means to usually have a certain quality. For example, Marjan tends to be optimistic, so I usually have the quality of being optimistic. A collocation to place emphasis on something means to highlight something, to make it stand out and be shown more. For example, if you want to give more importance to your writing skill, you need to place emphasis on it. And the final phrase in this video is reluctance to do something or to be reluctant to do something. It means that you are not willing to complete whatever you are reluctant to. Usually, that leads to slowing down the process. So you are kind of behaving in a stubborn way in order not to do what you are reluctant to do. So here we go. We are done with all the new phrases that you need to cover during this week. I hope this video was very helpful and you found out some new phrases, collocations, and phrasal verbs for you. Enjoy the rest of your week.